Ronda Rousey took to Reddit. Ask me anything. Love Reddit. Yes, we get a lot of our stories from Reddit because we're normal people who go to Reddit for our information, which is really just a conglomerate source of a billion other sources thrown into one neatly terrifying place where you
or to get abused like you did if you want to just go in and promote your own stuff. That was the best week ever.
I'll share that story at the end, which is really funny because it is Reddit related. But according to Reddit's AMA, lots of fun stuff that Ronda Rousey said. Let's start with the non-important and get to the more important regarding Cyborg and Mayweather and all that fun stuff. So let's start with number 7. Where are we at? There we go. If you could fight any historical figure, who would it be? Buffalo Bill. He destroyed the buffalo population of America, also destroyed the Native American culture, and coming from Jamestown, which boasts having the largest statue of a buffalo in the world, the plight of buffalo is quite near and dear to my heart. It reminds me of Fight Club. And he goes, which historical figure would you fight? Gandhi. Great answer.
Great answer. Also, who would you fight, Jason? Who's your historical figure that you'd fight?
Lincoln.
Don't say William Wallace, because he would kick the shit out of you.
Lincoln. Who would you fight?
I don't know. I'd maybe try William Wallace, and then if I won, then I'd be known as the notorious best fighter in Scottish history.
There you go. That's not a bad answer. I'll give you that one. Let's go to the next one. Again, with the fighting, what person, past or present, would you legitimately be scared to fight? That one gnarly giant dude from 300. I think she's talking about. The guy that when you first got here, me and Hassan Piker, aka the Bro Tip, asked you to say every single day. Give me his name.
Gerald Butler? No, it's not Gerald Butler. I'm talking about the guy with the weird nose ring.
Oh, Xerxes.
The guy who's gigantic. Yeah, the guy who's gigantic. Oh. But it's undoubtedly Mike Tyson. No one in their right mind wants to ever fight Mike Tyson.
No, I think you're right on that one. Especially it's the boxing power. Although, I mean, if Big Show from the WWE could actually fight, that would be kind of scary.
I know. That would be unbelievable. We've seen him. His thighs were the size of both our bodies put together.
Fact. These are facts.
And his feet. You know what to say about his big feet?
Big feet, big arms, I think.
You know his big feet.
Yeah, big knees. We move forward. Oh, God.
Big wrestling shoes.
Sick individual. Next one. Hi, Rhonda. Hi. With your exponential increase recently in exposure and recognition, I love the exponential and exposure and recognition. Do you worry about the amount of control that the media has over your image, and have you run into circumstances where you felt you were misrepresented or portrayed inaccurately by the media? She responds,
great question.
It is a very good question. I accept that I have no control over my image already. So I try and not let the state of my perception have any effect on my happiness. You never can truly know anyone through only media. Anyway, if anything, I just try to keep in mind that I am the entertainer and not a politician or Miss America. I mean, is that not a perfect answer, even if it was a politician or Miss America?
It's a perfect answer from a perfect fighter, from a perfect girl, from a perfect person.
Yeah.
She continues to make us amazed by how well she handles the media, how well she portrays herself, and basically she's just a perfect role model in that industry, for an industry that definitely needs a role model, especially with her last fight, especially how she handled the criticism from, what was the previous fighter again? I forgot her name because she lost in 30 seconds. Yeah, I forgot her name. She doesn't deserve to be mentioned on the TYT Sports Club because she didn't put up a good enough fight.
Fact. So 2 other things. I know the next one, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to breeze right past it, so hopefully our director is listening. We love you, Jabari. Favorite male fighter to watch in the UFC is, she said, Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, for speed reasons and just the action that his fights promote for him. So that's a really good, interesting answer. I think Demetrius Johnson is a fun fighter to watch. And her favorite hype music before a fight is she doesn't listen to music. It's silent, which I found very interesting. But because we need to get to the stuff that really matters here, those are just some of the highlights. I had to take this in quote form because this was a long answer. This is her response in regards to Cyborg. She said her sincere opinion about Cyborg. She's just waiting to be offered enough money to get her ass kicked because she knows she'll get her ass kicked. I know for a fact she can make the weight. She consulted with Mike Dolce, my current nutritionist, before I ever started working with him, and after consulting with her, he said he can get her in the best shape of her life at 135. She continued to say, she then started being represented by Tito Ortiz, and all talk stopped. The delay is all about money, not her weight. She made 145 pumped full of steroids. She can hopefully make 135 without them. Her shows that she headlines lose thousands of dollars, and the majority of the tickets are given away because no one will buy them. She needs me.
Not just she needs her, it's the UFC needs her.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. This is just to the point now that last fight was hyped up for so long that we can't help but say it was disappointing. Of course, we got what everyone expected, and that was a Ronda Rousey win. But in the magnitude that she won, it's no longer enjoyable to watch from a neutral fan. Yeah, everyone will explode over Twitter. Yes, she's the GOAT. But for the industry to still survive in women's UFC, Cyborg needs to drop weight. She needs to, like, just don't eat as many muffins. Just drop down, and we can surely get this fight going on. And as she mentioned a good point there, is Cyborg deliberately, like, trying to make the higher weight so that she doesn't face off Ronda Rousey? I just don't understand why it has not happened, and it hasn't been discussed as of yet, because we both know, we mentioned this point about who's the bigger star, Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey. It will never even be a comparison in terms of UFC, whilst Ronda Rousey continues to discard her opponents. She needs to fight someone like Cyborg.
Right, 100% yes. So conflicting reports did come out from ESPN as well as Dana White, because there was a great 15-second rumor that was Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo as the headlining fight with the co-headlining fight of Rousey versus Cyborg at Dallas Cowboy Stadium in Texas, which would have been amazing, but not happening. Dana White already said that Ronda Rousey will fight, obviously, another fight's coming up, and December and probably April as the next two, and both will be in Vegas. Therefore, one of those hopefully will be Cyborg. Now, the ESPN report did say Cris Cyborg Justino is willing to fight Ronda Rousey at 135 in December. She'll also be willing to fight her at 135 in April, if that's the case. So this fight is going to happen. This is not so much a Pacquiao-Mayweather. We're going to have to wait 5 years for this thing to.
I was going to wait for you to say it's not going to happen, and then it would happen, and then say when it's not going to happen, then it would happen.
Now that I've said that it will happen, this fight's never going to happen. No, but that's what's interesting. And I mean, again, this is the fight I'd pay for, just because if she's the only fighter, Cyborg, that can at least go a round or two or three, or maybe beat Ronda Rousey, highly doubtful, but maybe, I'd pay for that fight. Anybody else in women's MMA, not even going to sweat it, just going to catch the 6-second vine, as you mentioned, the next day, and get everything I need from it. But this would be a great fight, as will Aldo versus McGregor, hopefully in December in Texas. Would be awesome to see. The other main thing that Ronda Rousey had on the AMA, it really is an awesome AMA, so check it out. I'll actually leave the link in the description box below instead of lying about leaving the link in the description box below, was that when asked about fighting Floyd Mayweather, would she fight Floyd Mayweather? Ronda Rousey's so smart with her word choice, because she doesn't even give the media an opportunity to take her out of context half the time, in which she responded with, and I'm paraphrasing here, boxing is a sweet science. I could not beat Floyd Mayweather boxing because of the angles, and she learns, and she's just so respectful of that sport and how it plays out. But she says in a no-rules fight, which was the question that was asked her, no-rules fight, who would win between Mayweather and her? She says, there's nobody who can beat me in a no-rules fight. I believe I would beat anybody. No rules, I mean, Ronda can do whatever she wants to him. Same with Floyd Mayweather, but that was the response. It was really interesting to see. Other than that, Francis, I think that's all we have. I know you want to go and get dinner because it's like midnight in Scotland or whatever time.
Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning. I just woke up and threw a suit on. I've actually got pajama bottoms underneath, and I don't want to show you what they look like.
What the viewers don't know is that you sleep in a suit. You're just that prepared
when
you wake up.
That's the way it is. A suit and a bow
go.
tie, and I wake myself up. But I just noticed, man, being on the clips, I just miss being back in the studio. I'm getting a little sentimental. Did you get teary-eyed when you seen me on the clip?
I just don't talk to anybody here. Just the darkness surrounds me. I sit at my desk.
The commentators continued the hashtag no Maxwell. They were trying to get me back. But don't worry, it's not long. Next Monday, I believe, or Tuesday, I'll be back. So you can count the hours.
We're moving TYT Sports to Glasgow. It's gonna be wonderful.
That would be fantastic. My mum would love that.
Yeah. Mum would love that. Mum should come on TYT Sports.
Oh, sorry, Mom. Mom would love that.
Mom. That's all we have. That's all we have for you on Reddit, the AMA, on Ronda Rousey, on Cyborg. Leave all your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you think Ronda Rousey will fight Cyborg? Do you think she will win? Blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to subscribe at Francis_Maxwell, at Jason Rubin. Francis, go get dinner. We'll see you on Monday. I lied. We'll actually see you tomorrow.